Yes, all right. Thank you very, very much for staying with us once again and joining us on this channel, Sports 7 GH, for yet another fantastic and intriguing content we are bringing you here on this particular channel. So, the 55-man squad of Coach Chris Hughton has been released, and so at least we have a fair idea of players who are likely to go to the African Cup of Nations 2023 representing Ghana as a country. Now, in this particular 55-man squad, we have some very new players who have gotten their very first call-up to the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars, even though it's not an official call-up. But then they are in the 55, and so we can still talk about them. One of them is English-born Ghanaian Brandon Asante-Menu, who has decided to play for Ghana over England. And we are going to talk to you more about this particular striker. Who is he? How good is he? And how can he help the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars, in the next African Cup of Nations, as well as subsequent tournaments and games the Black Stars will be playing. So we are going to talk to you more about Brandon Asante-Menu. It's not only him. We are also going to talk to you about Michael Beidou of Elfsborg in Sweden. We are going to talk to you about him, and then you check out how things will go with Michael Beidou also. And then we will take just some few minutes to talk about some other players also in the setup. In fact, Kudus Mohammed, we have news on Kudus Mohammed today, and then we'll discuss other issues with you. Do also subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very, very much for staying with us. Now, let's move on and start with, you see, the 55-man squad there, almost every player, okay, every player we expected to be in there, he's in. But then the surprising names or the new names that we are seeing is 1, Joseph Atamalawe, 2, Brandon Asante-Menu, 3, Michael Beidou, 4 is Forsen Amankwa of RB Salzburg. Now, let's start with Forsen Amankwa of RB Salzburg. Player of Salzburg, can play as a DM, can play as a central midfielder. Okay, yes, he's doing very, very well in Salzburg, scoring goals, 1 or 2 goals. You know, as a midfielder, he's not expected to produce a lot of goals. So he just get 1 or 2 goals, get 1 or 2 assists also, and he's doing very well. Now, Salzburg is one of the best academies in the world. So if you're a Ghanaian and you're able to break into that academy, play in the UEFA Champions League, compete with Salzburg, then it means that you have a special talent, and he's a very young player too. So that player, Red Bull Salzburg, Forsen Amankwa, I've already talked to you about this player before, and he's in the squad. The next player is Joseph Atamalawe. He's a player for Kayserispor in the Turkish league. He's also doing very well in the Turkish league. When it comes to the defense aspect here, Joseph Atamalawe is doing very, very well, and he's showing his worth as a quality defender, and that's why he is in this particular squad. And like I said before, Atamalawe is very much likely to get a nod to go and play for Ghana Black Stars in the African Cup of Nations, because when you look at our defense, yes, there is Mohamed Salisu in the squad, there is Alexander Jiku, there is no Joseph Edu, all right, and there is Nicolas Opoku, but Atamalawe, based on how informed he is in the Turkish league and the fact that he's been in and around the national teams for some time now, obviously Atamalawe or Atama, Joseph Atama will be a player that will be in this particular squad, and he's going to improve our defense. Don't forget that going to the World Cup, we got Mohamed Salisu coming to add up to our defense, and he actually improved it. And Joseph Atama of Kayserispor in Turkey would also obviously improve our defense. The next player is Michael Beidou. Michael Beidou of Elfsborg in Sweden. Very, very good attacking midfielder. He's like Mohamed Kudus. Okay, yes, number 10 of a sort. And I always tell you that in the Black Stars, we struggle to find a replacement for Kudus Mohammed in case we don't want Kudus to play as the number 10. Who will play as the number 10? It is the DRU we have, but the DRU's you really see the agent thing. You cannot go to the AFCON looking to what have the DRU as your main or a subsidiary number 10. So the thing is that he has to get another subsidiary, and that's why he has Michael Beidou of Elfsborg in Sweden, and he is doing very, very well in Sweden as I speak to you. In fact, last season he was on top. This season too, he has been on top. for Elfsborg. Elfsborg is about the top 2 team in the Swedish league, and he is doing very, very well over there. So he's a former Ghana under-20 midfielder. He played for the under-20 before, and he enjoyed an outstanding season with Elfsborg, leading the club to second place in the 2023 campaign. Beidu's performance has seen him raise eyebrows, with fans calling for his inclusion at the team for the tournament in Ivory Coast. The 24-year-old netted 5 goals and provided 7 assists in 28 matches in the Swedish league, and was Elfsborg's creative spark. So that's what I told you. He's the creative midfielder for Sweden, and that for Elfsborg, okay, in the Swedish league, and that is his job in the league. He scored 5 goals and having 7 assists. 7, that's impressive. So he has about 13 goals involvement for Elfsborg. They were second in their league. Their league has already come to an end. They were second in their league, but the same points with Malmo. Just that Malmo scored more goals for than them. So that is it. Michael Beidu in this squad, and I would love to see him play for the Black Stars because of what he brings on board, giving us a lot of varieties when it comes to Kudus. If you are not going to use Kudus Mohamed, we can use Michael Beidu of Elfsborg in Sweden, and that is it. Now let's come to our main player, Brandon Asante-Menu, a fantastic player who plays for West Bromwich Albion, English-born Ghanaian, and I will talk to you about him in a jiffy. But look, this season he has 6 goals in the English Championship, has already played 20 games and has 6 goals. We've just started the season in the English Championship, 6 goals and 2 assists. Now he also has 1 goal in the EFL Cup, 1 goal in the EFL Cup. So he has 7 goals in all competition with 2 assists. That is impressive for any striker of his caliber, and he's doing very well with West Bromwich Albion. So you see, this particular player started playing football in his younger days, MK Dons. That's where he started playing football at the age of 16, making the beginning of his professional career. Thomas Brandon Asante performance gained attention, catching the eye of talent scouts both in England and abroad. In 2017, he joined Norwegian side Vålerenga on loan, where he gained valuable experience and continued to develop as a player. Upon his return to MK Dons, he further established himself as a key contributor, earning praise for his contributions on the pitch, while Thomas Asante has not yet been caught up to the so Thomas Asante had a remarkable start to the campaign after joining West Brom in the Championship. He scored on his debut with a 96th minute late equalizer for West Brom in a 1-1 home draw against Burnley. Thomas Asante finished this West Brom season as the club's top scorer of the season with 9 goals, 7 of them coming in the AFL Championship. His volley against Stoke City in November was voted as West Bromwich Albion's 2022-2023 goal of the season. So last season he has 9 goals with 7 of them coming in the EFL Cup. Even in his first season and this season, he's continued scoring for West Bromwich Albion. They bought him for £300,000 to the club, and he signed 3 years with West Brom, and he's already doing well. And I'm sure he's going to get extension over there. He played for Salford City, where he scored 26 goals in 107 appearances for them. He's already scored about 12 goals in 52 appearances for them. So yes, that's Brandon Asante-Menu, who is also very much likely to be part of the African Cup of Nations, the Black Stars squad. And the thing is that he's going to provide options for Coach Chris Hughton. We only have Inaki Williams and Antoine Semenyo as the 2 top strikers of the Black Stars. And we need variety. We need other players who give these players competition. Because Inaki Williams knows that, look, if it's not him, it's Antoine Semenyo. Same applies to Antoine. So we need another player who give them competition. And the truth is that this player is actually scoring more goals than Antoine Semenyo did in the Championship. That's the truth. So he's getting a lot of goals even in his first 2 seasons as a West Bromwich Albion player. and that is what we are talking to you about. So is a new striker for Black Stars, very much likely to get into the African Cup of Nations squad, and we will continue to monitor his progress and see how things go over there. So yes, there are other players. There are local new players too, local players in the Ghana Premier League who are also in the squad. For them, their probability of getting to the main squad is very low, and so we really wouldn't spend a lot of time on them. But as time goes on, or maybe we will come back and talk to you about all of them. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell and select, or I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.